Don't put the mask in masculinity, as in don't mask in front of people. Don't be masking, okay? Hey guys, it's Aless. I'm here with
E.
And we decided to make this video for fun. We're going to be addressing some of the comments that we've gotten on the videos surrounding these kinds of red pill, MGTOW, manosphere themes, including some comments on Reddit that caught our attention. We're going to get right onto this. Miss, I don't know you. You may be one of the very few 10% of women that are actually decent. The other 90% play games, ruin people's lives, and don't give a You're not convincing anybody. We've seen it with our own eyes. And I will not be told that I'm wrong because I noticed the patterns. That's exactly what you're doing. That's gaslighting. So I found this comment kind of funny because at first the person was like, oh, maybe you're this way. And then now I'm gaslighting, which I actually addressed that in the video because I knew that comment was going to come up. 10%, 90%, how do you really know these numbers are accurate? So next comment, we have a woman actually, which I find interesting. I disagree completely with Red Pill. Creating a fan base to cater to men will never end up well because they will attack you for the smallest things. You're still young, that's why you may feel like catering to them, but then you will not. Look out for yourself, not men, and they're extremely bitter and entitled online, and that I should do pink pill, which I actually searched up. Apparently it's like red pill, but for women. I already responded to this person and they left a follow-up comment. I'm not catering. I just want to make this clear. I'm not catering to any sort of side here. Clearly, I just want to show nuance to all this.
We're not attacking just men. We're
not attacking just men. No.
What I mean is, we're not only asking men to take accountability, but women as well.
I don't really see gender too much in that sense, and that I should make a video on that.
Yeah, but you see, that's the very thing that's dividing everybody. That you got this person saying go to the pink pill, and it's like it's the same thing, but just women.
Yeah. Again, these are nothing against you guys. It's just things that are getting us talking, right? This one was red pill, blue pill. It's all the same as far as I'm concerned. Just two polarizing extremes on both ends. Some people say they went from blue to red and leave out the nuances that sit in the middle that make them come together and form a balanced whole. I love that. But try to speak from that position with the polarized individual on both ends. They won't hear you. The red pill will accuse you of being a simp. The blue will call you misogynist. You are neither, but by combining in harmony as we should. So there's a whole thread here that you guys can look at, but I really agree with this. I say there's truth to both of these, but it doesn't have to go as extreme as the both ends. By the way, now it's zoomed out because the fan's slowing down. It was on accidentally.
Yeah, I do agree with that comment because there is truth in everything. Like the saying goes, take everything with a grain of salt. The left and the right have valid points. Not everything they say is right.
I agree. Again, I'm not including like the really negative or trolling comments because there's no point in giving them screen time or whatever. This one, I wanted to address in a video. I'll summarize it pretty much. You don't understand what red pill is all about. What it really about is egalitarianism. For the last 5 decades, women have been encouraged to cast away their traditional gender role responsibilities while society continues to hold men accountable. MGTOW is nothing more than men also casting away their responsibilities. It's male liberation. Just explain why men should continue to provide the benefits that come from the traditional when the woman isn't. It's hypocrisy. Your young male friend, or referring to E, may have had his heart broken in the past, but he's too young to have lost a house, car, children. The court system will always side with the woman. Once his loss and pain is more than tears, I can absolutely guarantee that he will also walk away. Marriage today to a modern woman is nothing but risk and zero benefits. MGTOW men are walking away. They're not trying to silence me. They're just not participating. We're going to have to prove that we are equal. We're going to have to face the world without the benefits. We'll continue to encourage young men to avoid marriage and legal attachments to women.
You see, these people are what you call gatekeepers. They're literally gatekeeping young men before they even get a chance to go into the world and realize for themselves if they have a good woman or not.
They're already setting them up for failure, you're saying? Like they're already putting things in their heads.
Yes, and I've already said it's other men that are putting other men. Instead of saying, you know what, young man, not all women are this way. There's good and bad humans. They could be men and women.
Yeah, like they're giving up, right?
Yeah.
This is what I find interesting, and maybe people are going to argue, well, this is already happening, but there's a lot of women who've gone through like really bad things with guys that could have gone the FGTOW if it was a thing, but they're not because they're trying to give people still a chance. But, I guess that's not talked about. It is a losing game. They will continue to be used and abused. This is the age of equality. I truly wish them the best. I'll take care of myself, you take care of yourself. I want to include the clips of these guys talking right here because I think what they're saying is what we're trying to say and it is a good response to these kinds of comments.
A lot of these red pill influencers are highlighting degenerate behavior, also highlighting the worst examples of women and generalizing that all women act this way and to be aware of them. There's so many women out there that are the complete opposite of what they're showcasing on these podcasts. And so if you believe in all of this rhetoric, you're setting yourself up not just for failure, but you're also putting yourself in a position to potentially hurt other women and keep this vicious cycle going.
Everybody has that one person or two people, but that doesn't have to define the rest of your life or how you look at the other gender.
You know, whether for views, for clicks, for money, whatever, they're only choosing to focus on the bad. Meanwhile, they know that there's good.
If you're thinking a certain way, that's all you're going to see. That's all you're going to see. And you're always going to see the negative, the negative, the negative, right? I feel like both sides have a radical way of thinking. We know this. I agree. I don't even join the pills anymore. It's so bad. I don't want to be in any of these groups. I used to be in a pill, but it was more so for the concept of philosophy of how reality was suffering and pain. I don't believe reality is just suffering and pain, so I left, but I hated that but I hate that they made it about dating and silencing women. Not all men are bad. It's going at wars with each other. I think people are trying to make so many claims that are trying to generalize too much. Like I saw this comment right here that said, in the red pill community, I've been seeing a lot of bitter men going against women and overgeneralizing. Though I understand and respect the premise of some of them, which is, bettering themselves, self-esteem, and creating a better quality of life, I can't deny it's becoming a hating club, and it's not going to solve anything. It's going to cause more of a divide. Exactly. Like, why does it have to get so extreme? And then the guys that I've included in this video, myself and E, are going to get all the backlash. Like, well, you guys are seeing this in this way, and you know why? I think because people are lacking the maturity or the skills to actually see another side of it. And that's what they said on Reddit. It's like lacking certain critical thinking skills, and it's lacking this ability to see nuance, and people are kind of in this anxious kind of mindset. Yeah, so when watching these red pill people, they have a lot of good information, but they generalize everything. It's not normally the cause. They seem to know what human nature is, but the problem with that is humans are so varied and different. That's what I mean. Like, how can these people say for sure how things are? Like, not everybody is the same.
Because they're thinking in absolutes.
And that's a problem.
That's the problem. That's a huge issue. They're going to make a certain type of woman that they quote unquote deem attractive. Somebody can actually, fall in love with that person, or like come across them and be like, wow, I really like this person. Like, I want to come up to them and talk to them, this and that. But in their head, they already have this distorted reality where they're probably going to get rejected, and, she's probably a hole and mean and this and that because of all these echo chambers that they feed their brain, with these YouTube videos.
Exactly. And from our personal experience,
it goes deeper because it also feeds into this whole loneliness epidemic.
if you want to go into relationships or friendships thinking automatically you're going to get hurt, it's going to cause a self-sabotage problem, and it's going to cause a problem of people having to prove themselves to you. You know what I'm saying? And it's not always the best thing. So I forgot to screenshot the main comment, but they were basically saying it's this kind of othering language, making it seem like the group that you have issues with has like a better life than you. And I responded saying, like, even people who don't like you or have something against you, they hate on you, they think like you have this perfect life, everything goes well, right for you, so they have a right to do what they're doing because you're above them. Subconsciously, they think you're above them, but they just act like you're under them. And it's like, you have this wrong idea if you think that people you dislike and try to cause problems, they have this perfect life, and there's no reason to think they're better than you. Just try to do your best. I'm going to include the Reddit comments now because that's basically it, and from the YouTube comments for things that I think are good to put in the video. The other stuff, like I said, is just a lot of negativity, or it's people being positive and kind and encouraging. As a woman, would you disagree with this statement? Women either date up, they date for looks, and they take issue with guy who's not peak quality. I'm not saying people are not like this. I'm just saying not everybody's like this. And if we're going to go down a route where we're putting everybody in a box, obviously things are going to continue to go downhill. And I think this is all being done on purpose by design. Name calling is designed to destroy everyone who is on the fence. They're calling people names to get you to move. But they know you would never move if they really told you exactly where they wanted you to move to. I love that. I love that. Because I said it feels like people who don't fully align with one side, that are more independent or nuanced, end up being criticized the most. And it says on the men's side, we're filled with a lot of misrepresentations, a lot of people that are not, I guess, good role models. And it says you're not going to find people that want to see gray or nuance, which I agree with. I agree. It's interesting when this person said women are not going to want to listen to some happily married girl tell people how to love, and men aren't going to want to listen to some guy who married a quote unquote ugly girl say what needs to be done to be happy. They're examples. What if there are people out here who are in relationships that are not what people think they're? Like, for example, you have like women who are not with like these super tall, super rich, super high status people. Can't they speak? Because they're literally disproving all these claims. Simple. And that's the thing. They don't want their illusions broken by anybody.
It's simple. It's just that.
Yeah.
It's like you're showing them, hey, there's another perspective here, but they're like, no, my perspective's right.
Exactly. And then basically the person was explaining what all these pills are and what they different want. And it says a lot of guys would end the pill party if they wanted. And because I mentioned, like, there's a saying that women will break rules for guys like they want. And it says, well, I don't know women who will abandon how they feel about their rules provided the right person came along. Being in the middle is going to give you a lot of pushback or being on the fence. Only good people get hurt when they stand amongst thieves, but unless they make the effort to stand apart from them, it's only natural they aren't seen. And then this person said, as far as your opinion, which is mine, I really don't see how that got you pushback. Supporting hard workers and staying with men as they build a future is what a lot of men wish for. It's either there's gold diggers against me or people don't believe you. And it's definitely the former, like just people don't believe me. Basically, they're just saying like people wanted people to think this way. They got hurt and now they don't believe it anymore. It's kind of, I guess, what they're trying to say. And then they're like, I'm rooting for you. Then they said, nice, kind things. I don't know if this person's watching. Thanks for saying that. And for all these people that were being kind or at least reasonable, I understand there are men's issues. I am not denying that, guys, but I'm not a platform to talk women's issues, men's issues. I'm trying to kind of give nuance. And yeah, maybe one day I will talk about certain things like insecurities and that they've put into like our heads growing up, like certain conditioning. But it can be geared towards anybody, guys, it really can. And I understand, like, I might say one thing and then maybe in a few weeks time, a month time, I might post something a little different. But guys, like, I'm trying as best as I can to be firm in what I believe in and to be true and have integrity on this channel. But you also have to do things in a way that is kind of smart as well. And I'm trying to be honest as well as to get my message out there in the best way I can. Another comment is that's the problem when it comes to centrism or nuance. You get attacked by those who have more black and white thinking, and it can come across as an attack, like I mentioned earlier, to the anxious and propagandized mindset. It's a massive red pill to swallow when you realize a large portion of society lacks critical thinking skills. That's crazy.
That's scary.
And then I said, maybe I have to continue making videos like this to upset them to the point that maybe they'll open up their eyes and ask themselves why they're so upset in the first place and the fact that they got the videos wrong, or maybe they lack the skills to do that too. The person said they came across the channel and said that they, to continue, and that people they don't want to debate. They just want to try to justify egos, and if they wake up, it'll lead to more problems. Yeah, again, guys, we're not here to try to push things and get offended if people misunderstand us. It's not that. We're just trying to explain. And again, we can come across in a certain way. We're just very passionate about things in society, and we try to see the bigger picture out of all this, to be honest. They see a thread. It's about uncertainty you create by not fitting into their labels. You make their simple world feel complicated. Are you prepared for the reality that the more you try to explain yourself, the more weapons they're going to use against you? And it's like against you. And it's like, well, I don't know. I make these videos. If they're quote unquote weapons, then it's okay. Because there's always going to be these bad apples, these people in groups. And that's okay, guys. We're not here to be like, y'all have to agree. Y'all have to see our point. No. It's true. Like, if people are insecure and unhappy with themselves, it can cause a lot of relationship issues or just complicate matters when it comes to this stuff. As long as you're not downplaying how unfairly men are sometimes treated, right? And like, guys, I'm sorry if it comes off this way. We're really not trying to. We're just trying to show you guys through our literal experience and through what we're saying that not all hope is lost. And I know it's like, what hope? Well, we're kind of trying to show you it's with us, it's with other things we've seen, other couples. Don't just be in certain spaces. Try to look at other sides of issues if you have the capacity to do that respectfully.
Like, we bring nuances for a reason. We do it for you guys to think for yourself, not to judge you, not to scrutinize you, just to help. You need to look at the bigger picture. People don't even realize it. It's much deeper.
The thing about all this is that people keep repeating that one of the ways our advice will work is if people go deeper into themselves, they become enlightened, and they actually try to connect to their inner selves. And that's the whole point of my channel, guys. Like, really, I don't try to handle things in superficial lenses and try to give this superficial advice like, oh, go get surgery, do this, do that. No, guys, we're seeing things in a deeper way. And that's why, like I keep saying, it's a nuanced channel, it's a niche channel. That's what I started saying, because it seems like it is a very niche perspective and it's not a common
counter coach.
Maybe, I don't know, but that's what seems to be going on. And guys, we can make more videos like this. We hear you guys, we hear you, and we're not denying that there are issues. And I read those issues. I'm like, yeah, it's not fair that people are being cheated on, they're being betrayed, they're being left for stupid reasons. Communicate. But please, guys, don't go down this rabbit hole of everything is screwed up, everybody is screwed up, please, because there is hope. And us being here is showing you guys,
so-
because we are not in an easy situation, guys. We're not. Maybe one day you guys will understand more of it, but you have to try. You have to have faith and you have to have hope, and we don't want you guys to lose that faith and hope.
Amen.
Thank you guys so much for watching this video and for being a part of this channel and this journey. Take care, guys.
God be with you.